Super Idol de Charo, donate me to 10 by Chung for the.
All right. Well, I literally just recorded my Nightreign review like 15 seconds ago. I just hit the record on this video. Yeah, so we're actually going into the stats and updates on the game. Um, yeah. So this is it's the 31st now technically, right? But it's 1 a.m. It's still kind of like the first day, but it's pretty much the first day of like normies playing the game. Normies like me that are not like fucking mainstream streamers that get the code because they've been playing for a good second now, right? At least like a week. There was like another beta test or whatever like a couple months ago, so there is that too. Um, anyways, this is what we're looking at on Steam. 65. 65 for From Software game? What? For Souls game? What? Yeah, I agree with it. I was actually thinking like I did a review, and I'm guessing this might come after or before the review. I don't fucking know, but that's where I'm looking at with the game right now. That's where I would rate it to, 100%. Like again, like the base game, like the gameplay, fun, cool. I mean, definitely could be improvements, but mostly it's just one mode over and over again, and that's it. I mean, that gets tiring after a while. Like, it's fun now, like, I'm enjoying it, but after, I'll get my little enjoyment in between 10 to 25 hours, and I'll probably move on to the next game, right? Even though this is multiplayer, I probably won't go back to it, It's just one of those games. But yeah, it's sitting at a 65 on the Steam charts. But again, like, and there's like fucking 265, 24 hour, 276, all time 313,000. That's pretty goddamn good. Because when you think about other games, right? I mean, this is From Software. It's not a surprise it's gonna be these numbers, right? I wonder what it's compared to like Elden Ring. Well, no, you can't really compare it though because this is a multiplayer game, right? I mean, yeah, RPG elements and shit, but this is Fortnite. This is Fortnite type shit, right? Very very fast paced game. You can't rest. You got to keep going, escape the storm, shit like that. But yeah, 65%. But they also got 2 million copies. That was fast as fuck. I mean, again, that's a fucking From Software, bro. It helps that it's $40. It helps that it's from Soft. They are the industry golden. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Them and Larian Studios can always take my money. Not for pre-orders, of course, but after a day or two. Not me. I'm powerless to get it From Software game, even if it doesn't review well, which hasn't happened yet. Well, it's kind of happening now. I've yet to be disappointed, so no sense pretending I'm going to get the game. It's an easy pre-order. Yeah, like again, and it come out. Yeah. I think Expedition 33. They sold like 3.3 million copies. That's not counting Game Pass, so I feel like it's definitely because I played it on Game Pass. I'll probably officially buy the game. Obviously, that's my girl, bro. That's my girl. When I mean, definitely had like 4 million people played the game at least once, right? Total. There was a guy arguing me that this won't sell well. I told him Elden Ring had 30 million people buy it, even if 10% take a chance on it. Just because it's Elden Ring, it's going 3 million to success. It's on track to beat that number. Very happy he's doing it. Is it really? I mean, I guess. We gotta see the numbers for today also, right? Because some people were able to play it on the 29th. The fact it's mostly an asset flip means they're making bank on. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, even if it's $40, they're definitely making bank off this shit. That's insane. I'm not as bothered by the no duos, solo being hard, and it being fast paced, roguelike, as all the people complaining are. I haven't played solo. I only played 3 people. However, what's putting me off is the single map and relatively low amount of randomization I've heard brought up in a few reviews. Iron Pineapple's review was eye-opening as he went in depth on this issue. It was one of the biggest problems despite loving the game overall. I feel like it could be too big a downside for me to overcome. Thoughts on this particular aspect for those that are playing? Yeah, I feel like I'd get bored after a few sessions, so I'm gonna wait for a sale. Hopefully more will be added. Yeah, I'm shocked this isn't getting mentioned more, and it isn't the biggest issue people ahead of the other. I feel like it is the biggest issue, right? And that's why a lot of people are rating it like kind of lowish, right? I mean, 7 out of 10 is pretty good. I mean, we've been seeing games get like 10 out of 10s lately and shit, right? People think 8 out of 10s are bad, right? 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10s are bad. No, they're good. I mean, 7 out of 10 is good, right? If we go with actual rankings, right? Like 6 is okay, 7 out of 10 is good, 8 is great, 9 is excellent, I think, and 10 is amazing. I don't know. I don't know what 10 is actually, but I mean OP, like it's perfect. But yeah, I'll say 7 out of 10. I'll say 7 out of 10. But these are the official reviews. Besides the Steam review being 65%, we'll read a couple of those too in a second. But these are as of May 30th, right? Open Critic, 79, average, 76 recommend. Metacritic, 78, 60 reviews. And again, that's pretty much a B. That's pretty much a B if you round it up. But like C plus, C plus. I mean, nigga was 1 point away from being a B, but that's probably the lowest rated a From Software game has ever been. So niggas might think it's just outright trash. Like, no, it's fun to play. I do have a lot of complaints complaints, but like criticisms, right? Because I still like the game. It's enjoyable, but it's definitely like I'm gonna be one of the first people to stop playing the goddamn game, right? After repetitiveness. But I mean, again, I felt it was worth it to buy it because again, I was gonna eventually buy it. Like, it's fucking From Software, guys. It's fucking right. So I'm gonna buy it anyways. But they're also gonna be adding more shit to the game. And I think more DLC content and shit. So yeah, it's a no-brainer, right? They're gonna add on to it. GameSpot, 9 out of 10. Jesus Christ, bro. That's a little bit too high for me. Yeah, they get a lot of 4.5s and 9 out of 10s, 8.7. As you go down lower, especially a little lower, and that's just right up here, okay? You go to 7 at 3.5, 3.5, 7. Oh, this ain't the full list. What the fuck? There was more. Yeah, there was more. I mean, well, you count these two also, but okay, whatever. Yeah, minimum requirement: have 2 friends. This is not going to go. That's the problem. Yeah, maybe that's why there's no duos, because From Software thought that nobody had friends, just like in all their other games. They're projecting themselves onto us. Also, oh yeah, there is no crossplay, right? I mean, it'd be nice to have crossplay. I didn't put it in my review, but let me timestamp this. I might put this in the review later. Crossplay. There is no crossplay. All right, there we go. We got it. I'll clip that out later. But yeah, no crossplay. Yeah, that's kind of annoying because I have PC friends. I have a lot of PC nerds, and we can't play together. I mean, there's other criticisms and problems that I have with the game. It just kind of, foreshadowed the crossplay shit. I'd like the other things to get fixed first. Then we can talk about crossplay should be easy though. Yeah, just get the same servers on. It's not like fucking Baldur's Gate. They had trouble. That shit should have been added in January 18th, I think. I remember. They didn't add that shit in until like a month ago or so for crossplay, which is annoying, bro. Like, me and my friends were waiting. And it's still laggy as shit on the cross. It's playable, but the mods and shit, it's just laggy. But here, we're all doing the same thing. Like, there's no PvP yet. Probably added them. But yeah, so it should be easy as shit to add in. Queue us in the same servers. I have like 5 in real life friends who play ER. The problem is we're all in our 30s. None of us have the time to sync up our schedules to get together and play for an extended session. That's the real issue with multiplayer only stuff like this. I guess Dustbloods. Yeah, I wonder how Dustbloods. Like I gotta look at more vids on that. I'm not sure if they did anymore, but that's another From Software multiplayer game. That's gonna be their second multiplayer game. Cause I'm pretty sure Nightreign is the first one. We can tell. Having only 1 and 3 player modes and no 2-player mode is such an amazing oversight. No clue what they were thinking. They weren't thinking. They admitted it was forgotten during development, but are considering adding it. How the fuck could you That's what they didn't forget that shit, but no. How do you forget co-op? That's co-op means 2 technically, right? Co-op. How do About what I expected, high 70s, low 80s. Shame the solo play isn't ideal. Every review I've seen complain about it. That and the limited matchmaking. Lack of in-game communication tools would have reviewed much higher. No crossplay in 25. It is. It is. I remember when crossplay was becoming a thing, man. Oh my gosh, I'm such a fucking auntie, bro. Holy shit. I'm getting boomer hand wrinkles right now. Yeah. That's where I gave it a 7. I was hovering over a 6, right? Because I did see some 6 reviews, and I agreed with them. It's like, yeah. And there's like reviewers on YouTube and shit that I watch a lot, and they do fair videos. They did, they're not biased and shit, right? But they're like, I'm not gonna play this game, right? It's just not for me. And that's the thing. Like, it's besides, the issues and stuff. For the game that it is, it's just not for some people. Some people gonna like it. It's definitely a mixed game for sure, right? It's not completely terrible, like an abomination. Like fucking. What did I? Snow White, I gave like a 3 or some shit, or some shit like that, right? That's a movie, but you know what I'm talking about, right? It's not like that. It's definitely. I agree with the ratings being between a 6 and a 9. Definitely not a 10. Like, niggas giving Elden Ring a 10. Like, yes, that's a 10. This between a 6 and a 9. That's understandable. But I would go for like a 7. That I would go for it's a 7. I have a feeling it's gonna be repetitive quick. From the reviews I've watched so far, that is a big complaint. After a couple dozen hours, the patterns of what the shoe spawns where becomes apparent in too small a number of final bosses. First off, didn't really nail the randomness of more successful roguelikes. Well, the final bosses, we're talking about the night bosses at the end, because you have 2 bosses after each day. There's 3 days. You got boss on day 1, day 2, and then you have 3. And final night boss, I heard there's like 9 of them. 9 or 10, so they're the only new bosses in the game. I think there might be a couple other new bosses or enemy types, but those are good bosses. So, I guess so. It depends, right? If you get into the end, right? I ain't get that far, right? But I played a good amount of hours, so it's just it's because I'm playing. It's a lot of new people playing at the same time, right? It also got DC'd once. That wasn't fun, so there is that, right? But yeah, if it was a DLC for Elden Ring, I can give it a pass on that, but it's a full game. That's what I'm saying, right? It's more of a, I think I put this in my little review. It's definitely more of a DLC. See, this is Shadow of the Erdtree should have been the separate game, right? That should have been the separate game. This should have just been added on to fucking Elden Ring. This should have just been added on to Elden Ring, right? I mean, you could have still paid for it, right? But it should have just been an add-on, in my opinion, right? Or, yeah, maybe not pay as much as $40. Maybe they could have lowered it a little bit. But yeah, I feel like they should lower the price anyways a little bit. But depends what they're gonna add into the future. I mean, straight up $40 on this. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm fine with it. It's from software, and it's definitely, you know, it's a standalone. They're taking it as a standalone game, right? It's being marketed as that. For it being from a AAA studio, for it being $40 is kind of the steal in a way, from like compare it to other games. But from what it actually is, you know, a fucking this shit could be free, low key, right? It's not it, buddy. It's not worth the price tag. But I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Like I can pay for it. But definitely though, I said this in a review too, I think, no rush to play the game, no rush to buy it. Definitely no rush, man. You can live without it. Some people can't. So some people, like an Elden Ring, some people can't. Review by Ouroboros. The randomization is not good. Boss pool is limited out of 3 per day for each Night Lord. Only 6 returning bosses from... Is a Night Lord included? Is it 4 bosses then? Is it Night Lord and then 3? I think it's just 3. I think it's 3 including Night Lord. Okay, anyways. Only 6 returning bosses from DS Trilogy. Or he meant 6 per game. I don't know. Game will get repetitive after 20. Yep, that's what I was thinking. I've been thinking 20 hours for me. 20 hours is definitely my cap. It's definitely my cap. Repetitive after 20 hours is a gigantic red flag for a roguelike. Balatro, Isaac, Hades have hundreds of hours of replay value. Yeah, I just finished watching Iron Pine's video too. Even he said a randomization is very mediocre and disappointing. And also, the general encounters are repetitive, such as the same golems, the same wyverns, and misbegottens and structures. Yeah. Real shame, because for someone like me who has hundreds of hours and multiple roguelikes, this has potential to be a top tier one, because it seems like that's not going to be the case, and there's very little... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they could have definitely, like... This is their first multiplayer game. Maybe that's why. But, I mean, no, they're a big AAA studio. They got big gaming devs and, you know, veterans in that bitch, right? You know, they should... It should be easy peasy to know what you need in, like, games like this, right? I mean, look at fucking Fortnite, where you took, like, a big part of the fucking Nightreign mechanics from, right? The fucking storm and shit, right? That's something that keeps people coming back, make it more fun, enjoyable. Like, it can be repetitive, like Fortnite, right? But, yeah, I don't know if they're gonna add in new shit like Fortnite, or what, like you know, like if it was free, right, or like a lower price tag, right, then I would go up on my score by like 1 at least, right? But because it's 40 hours, it's standalone, it's just no. I'll go back to playing Expedition 33 or Tainted Grail. Tainted Grail is like Elden Ring 4, bro. I mean, well, no, it's not as good, right? But it's definitely great for a AA studio. Like, it's fun to play. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, if you have that's my recommendation. You have like an itch for Elden Ring or something, play Tainted Grail. I would say I gotta do a review on that. I haven't finished it though. Like, I'm still early in the game, but the combat is, you know, yeah. But other than that, it's very enjoyable. I'm still torn on if I should get it. Elden Ring is my favorite game of all time, but I never play multiplayer. Multiplayer in this is gonna feel a lot different from the multiplayer in normal FromSoft games. But if you just dislike multiplayer in general, just fair to skip this. This multiplayer is, yeah, there's nothing else. That's the only mode. That's the only mode. No, the same map, right? Is Fortnite is different. A free game. There's more mechanics and content in it, right? I mean, before they added the custom game modes and shit, right? Because I only play. Last time I played Fortnite for real was in 2020. That's it. After that, I just completely cut off from playing it, like, you know, somewhat consistently in a way. And I still didn't even play it consistently like that back then, you know. At least Battle Royale, but yeah, if they added more shit, right, they will, but straight up right now, because they have a $40 like bar to get in to play the fucking game, right, It's different. Fortnite straight up is free. Save the World, I think you gotta pay for it. But I mean, that's just another. That's what they should have. That's what I was saying. They should have just added it to the game. But whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. I just really hope they add 2 players. Yeah. Yeah. I only have one other friend that plays Elden Ring. I mean, I have my brother. He plays. Like, I don't even know if he knows a Nightreign is out. But yeah, he plays. But I really have one other friend that plays it. I mean, I'm not pressed to get him to play it, right? But if we were to do 2-player mode or play together, I 100% would want 2-player mode. Because you're forced to be in 3-player mode or single player, so you gotta play 3 if you want to play with friends. So if you have just one other friend, you got one other friend, and then you got one random ass nigga, and you can't even communicate to the random ass nigga either with voice chat, right? You know, so you gotta be. So you two are gonna be on the same level doing shit, but that nigga is just not gonna be on time. He's not gonna be on timing. So that's yeah. So they old real quick, yeah. Fortnite Souls game looks like garbage, makes me sad. It's like speed run on repeat with no true progression. Mostly writ lanes, so Gen Z will be excited, I think. You didn't even watch the trailer. I did in gameplay. I'm diehard Souls fan since Demon Souls, Platinum, Elden Ring. This ain't the play for me. Have fun. I don't know. I don't know why that nigga if he don't like the game, he don't like the game. I agree with him too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if they add in like a little level up thing, like they only add like little relics that improves like your survivability. Like, oh, you get extra damage here. Oh, you play this character, you can add more mana on this character for every run that you do, and it's permanent. But that's all they have. I mean, from what I saw, so I didn't kill a night boss yet. Maybe I'm just ass. I probably am ass. I'm still getting used to the fucking mechanics. It's also different from Elden Ring a little bit too. But yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. I mean, it's still fun to play, but I definitely agree. Right? I mean, it's enjoyable. Does it, warrant the price tag? I mean, it's definitely way better than, like, fuck it. If they made it just $70, no, hell no, it's not worth it. $40, okay, try it out, It's Elden Ring, they're gonna improve, they said they were gonna improve it too and add DLCs and shit, and add more content in, hopefully, so, yeah, definitely, I mean, it's an investment, so that's fine, but there's definitely no rush to play the game. The game is not available. Can you tell my boss to let me go home, please? What the fuck is that gif? I'm literally shaking right now. Wait is over. The game is hot doo-doo. Okay. Why must you lie to me? Damn, he really got the countdown. You guys desperately need balancing for solos. A duo's bed, cross-platform, and voice chat probably will be a 9 out of 10. If you... Well, no, I would still... If they add all that shit in, I would still, like... I wouldn't give it above an 8 out of 10. I mean, what am I at, like, a 7 out of 10 now, I guess. And I'm being somewhat nice with the 7 out of 10, too. I would give it an 8 out of 10. I definitely would not give it a 9 out of 10. There's just, like, more shit that need to be added into the game to make it a little bit more worthwhile, right? Like, again, like, a progression system would definitely be monumental. In a way, or at least like a better one, right? But anyways, that's it so far. That's that's updates with Nightreign, yada yada. Maybe we can see if they posted anything else today. But yeah, 2 million copies. What was this? Yeah, there's too many. What was this posted? 3 hours. Okay, wait, no, because we gotta refresh. 16 hours. Okay, yeah, because I looked at it in the morning. Earlier today. Yeah. Not surprising. Do not face the night alone. Discord server. Okay. 2 million players. Next week, patch 1.02. Several bug fixes. Solo expert. Okay, that's what people were complaining about. That's one of the complaints. Added to the game, the effect of automatic revival upon defeat, which allows revival once per night boss battle, will be added to solo expeditions. Oh! Okay, that's fair. That's fair. The nigga's gonna be like, oh, I beat the night boss before they added this shit. Type shit. And then the amount of runes gained will be increased. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not sure if that's for solo or just for overall, but yeah. Beginner tips. Yeah, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. Well, that's it. What do you think about Nightreign? What do you think about what everyone's saying? Of course, there's like a lot of people still like it because there's an Elden Ring, like I do too, but they definitely need some improvements in a lot of fixing in like a lot of areas. But yeah, so it's a solid 7 out of 10, I think, for me. Yeah, we'll see if anything else changes later on, but that's that for now. We'll look at the next numbers for maybe on Monday, because we're getting into the weekend, so it's definitely going to be more people playing. And we'll see different little user score for the Steam charts, because again, they give it a 65%. Oh, we do have to check I wanted to check I gotta open up Steam. I gotta open up Steam for that? Okay, hold up. Yeah, I actually do want to look at, like, at least one on Nightreign. Yeah, give me a second. January 1st, 1900. Yes, that is definitely my, my thing. Okay, so we're gonna, I was, like, can I do window capture on Steam? Can I do it on Steam? Is it gonna show? It gonna show? Okay, it shows when I go into it. Okay, hold up. Yeah. Because it's definitely, that is definitely, because, I mean, we got some 9 out of 10s. I mean, people complaining about the game on Reddit, right? But it was nothing, nothing like on here. It's a little, yeah. So, it's a little bit more negative, I would say, on here. Alright, so how many? Okay, this one has a lot of rewards. Let me preface. This game is great. Jesus Christ, we're not gonna look at this shit. Okay. Anyway, so this is a conclusion. To me, these are some glaring issues for a brand new multiplayer game, but I think they're all pretty fixable. Yeah, they are. They are. And reasonable to fix. DLC content can be imported. Starting gear can be made adjustable. Numbers can be tweaked. If From Software is listening, napkin math guess 6 to 12 months to fix most of the issues I've listed here. From Software has never done a game like this before, so it's unclear just how much content and support the game will get going forward. Maybe these are going to be permanent issues forever, or maybe it'll be good about patching in. Unfortunately, From Software has a history of not communicating at all, making strange changes without explanation. The future is unclear for Nightreign. See, yeah, I agree. No dual option. Had random people join to just run off and do their own thing. True. After playing for a few hours, this game sounds like a nightmare to play with strangers. Okay. Yeah. Hardest boss in the game is called Friendless, the loner player. I like the concept and I love Elden Ring, so the gameplay is fun as its foundations, but there's a lot that just feels bad in this game in my opinion. Yeah. It's a lot of it's pretty mixed. I mean, you see mostly thumbs up and shit. I'm not sure what the actual ratings are. Receive products for free. But there you go. Yeah, if I got it for free too, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. A dead ass. If you don't have 2 other friends to play with in voice chat, don't waste your time. Yep, agreed. Impossible to make progress without voice chat. Chat. Fucking talk. Yep, agreed. I mean, it's possible, obviously, but it just makes things more annoying or more harder. It's not bad, but this should be like a $10 DLC. It feels like that's what I'm saying, community mod. That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to go below $20 because it's like a AAA standalone game, right? game. So that's what I was saying, like $40, like, okay, sure, even though it's like one mode over and over again, but for what it's worth, I mean, if we not put in from software, like, if it wasn't from software, some other fucking developer, this would be like a $15 game. Not $10, $15. Your $15 are free with live service updates and shit, right? But even with the $15, it's still get live service. But like, you know, with it being free, they're mainly focusing on like live service and adding shit in. But yeah, no 2-player. Pretty enjoyable, unique and interesting, and ideas desperately need some kind of communication wheel at minimum. Text chat or VC would be even better. That'd be better on PC in terms of texting and shit. On Xbox, the night moves fast, you know. You can't be opening up the keyboard on the screen and yeah. Game is fun, but no VC, no text chat, no crossplay. What the fuck were they thinking? Low key, if you don't have friends, wait until crossplay comes out. Yeah. Game is hard, but I'm hard. Okay. Don't solo, need friends. No duo players, co-op, pass. I'm not here to play with randoms, leaving out the blue. Haven't had anybody leave yet. Okay. What a shame. Game probably a bit fun if it was just roguelike boss rush with friends, where you get new weapons and enhanced gear. Well, yeah. And I think the dude was talking about whatever dude I read, like armor and shit, new weapons and armor and shit. Yeah. That would be pretty sick if you get it after, not even just like, you know, just like a cosmetic or something, you know, add in some things that keep me staying, you know. Maybe we're not superly paying attention to our characters, right? I mean, it's not like Overwatch where it's first person, you can't see that shit, right? Well, they got third person mode now. They just added that bitch in like Stadium, I think, and then I think it's some other mode, but yeah. Yeah, it just adds things, small things like that. You know, it could be purely cosmetic, right? Because we already have the relics that give us buffs or some shit, right? But yeah, just they can change it up a little. They can have like a big ass boss like every, like, you know, like the seasons, like they're doing like other multiplayer games, right? Have a new boss come out, you know, or add a new boss from Dark Souls, but add a twist to it, like some other move, or just add them in. Yeah, just add them in, right? Maybe beef them up with more health because it's like 3 people, obviously, so you got to tweak them a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you can do that. I mean, there's just multiple things they can do that they didn't add in yet. So for now, I mean, if you're not feeling it right now with what I'm saying and what all the other people are saying, don't get it. Yeah, you don't, or just wait. I would say just wait. The game from now, like a year from now, is definitely gonna be quite different, in my opinion. Well, hopefully, they're probably, you know, they got Dust Bloods coming out next year. That's another multiplayer game, but yeah. So that's the Steam reviews. And a lot of them were like thumbs ups, but they were still like, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. Like, yeah, thumbs up, but criticism. Like, there's a lot of things you could, you know, do to improve the game. So we'll wait on that. We'll see. Oh my god, it's 2 a.m. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go. That's just my first thoughts of playing the game. Like, I just finished playing the game session. I'll probably do another session right after I'm clicking the stop recording button. So yeah, that's it. See you in the next one.
Shot at a black man and took his shoes. Customized my AR like a Black Ops 2. Just scammed a white kid out of some Gorilla Glue. I don't wanna fuck this bitch, she smell like poo-poo.